Hi, my name is Valerio Tettamanti. I'm from Switzerland, from a small village of 2,000 people, if I recall correctly, which is called Cadro. I'm from the Italian side of Switzerland, so I speak Italian as a mother tongue. I'm a PhD student at the Queensland Brain Institute, the University of Queensland, and I started almost 1 year ago. And I work on coral reef fish vision, and especially on clownfish and damselfish. Our work focuses on the visual system of fish. There's different ways to investigate that. We do from molecular work to behavior and ecology. For behavior, of course, we train the fish, so that's like we get the fish and we just train them to do different tasks, recognize different colors, or see if they can recognize different colors. Well, yeah, for molecular work, unfortunately, we use their eyes. Also for histology, we look at their eyes and what genes they express, how the retina of the fish looks like, at the point of view of which cells are where. And yeah, of course, for getting that, we need to cull fish, and yeah, it's not super nice, but it's part of the job, I guess. I grew up fishing, so since I was a young age, I know what's the feeling of getting a fish. So I get I guess through growing up, I kind of got used to the fact how try to not make them suffer, but still taking a fish life. That's kind of the reason why I'm working with fish and not other animals, because I feel not more comfortable, but it's probably easier for me, easier in a way that is still difficult to take a life of a fish than other animals. Sometimes it's not that nice to well, with anything, if you name something, you make it personal. So since it's work, I tend to not name the fish normally. So I know that they're there, I recognize them, but I just don't name them. Some volunteers name the fish. I tend to not do it because even though we take care of them and we feed them every day, and you would like to maybe you start recognizing them. You never know if you're gonna need them for research. You can just sometimes you just need them for research, and we need to cull them, and so that's why I prefer not name the fish. Especially if sometimes you need to take a fish that has been with you for a while, and you know what they do, and fish have different personalities, so it's yeah, it's not really nice. Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes. Sometimes a PhD can be really stressful. Sometimes, most of the time, let's say, it's pretty stressful. A lot of stuff to do. Even with good supervisor, you still need to find your way to do things. It's your own research. It's the first time in academia normally where you start doing your own research. So you need to think what you want to do, how you're going to do it. Yeah, and here in Australia there's a lot of bureaucracy as well that you have to deal with, so a lot of paperwork. Because we work a lot in like PhD life, it's like a lot of work, a lot in the office. People tend to kind of like you kind of like, well, sometimes yeah, you lose a little bit track of um, of social life, and you're just like working all the time because you want to get stuff done. But then again, it's kind of like you need to find a way to balance your life and like get people, know people, get friends that are nothing to do with like for example in my case biology or science, so you can just go and I don't know, watch sports game together or something that has nothing to do with science. Since we're, and also because there's a lot of internationals, a lot of people, they come to a new country and they don't have friends, so the people that they meet is other people that they're studying PhD, so you tend to end up working, talking about work a lot. I would say, well, beside that, yeah, it's stressful and it's not the easiest thing to do. I would say like the distance from family, especially this year with COVID, it's impossible to go home or anybody to visit. Yeah, I'm stuck here in Australia, which luckily is really big, and so there's stuff to do and look. But yeah, being away from all the family and friends, you're kind of losing like all the important moments that are happening back home. So yeah, it's sometimes it's kind of hard to like be so far away. It's not like Australia is really far away from Europe, so yeah. So the first, when COVID started hitting like big after China, it started hitting really bad in Europe, and the first place where it started hitting was in Italy, and especially really close to my family lives. So I was kind of really worried because it was really bad there, and yeah, with all my family living like less than 100 kilometers from the place where everything was happening, I was kind of worried. But well, it turns out that it was kind of fine in the end. Nothing wasn't that bad. I guess like yeah, well, there's not much choice. Also, I'm kind of stuck here. Like I can't go away. But in the end, like it's something that I always wanted to do. I really love what I do. I like to I'm learning more about our environment and like discovering new things about what the other animals that are on the planet. Humans are not the only ones on the planet, so it's nice to know better what we have in our oceans. And of course, like if I can get something new that will help one day maybe save the environment, that will be great.